Hey Divas, what's up? It's your girl Diva and welcome back to Diva's house. So this is going to be part one of a two-part tutorial for Tutorial Friday. So two of my Latinos sisters thought it would be great if I did a eyebrow tutorial. So I never show you guys how I do my eyebrows, but they said they look on fleek. So yes, they are popping. So part one is a brow tutorial. So stay tuned if you want to see how I achieve my beautiful brows. Alright, so this, like I said, is a requested video. Two of my Latino sisters thought my eyebrows were so on fleek that they wanted a tutorial. So I'm bringing you guys my first ever brow tutorial. What I am going to do though is I'm going to show you two different ways that I have done my brows in the past. One using a pencil, and then my newfound friend, my Anastasia dip brow. Now I've bought other brow stuff in the past, but these two things seem to be the only two things that I absolutely like. So I've taped off my sides here just because this is usually where I use as the ending points for my brows. One, but this is what I really use for doing my wing liner and keeping my shadows so defined. But let's start off. So I have my trusty spoolie brush right here. I'm just going to go ahead and brush this up. And I'm probably going to have to zoom in so you guys can really see what I'm doing. But I'm going to go in with the pencil first. So let me zoom in. There we go. So I'm going to take the pencil and make sure your pencil is sharpened and not too dull. And lightly start outlining your brows. The other good trick to how I keep my brows so in terms of defined and shape is every about 3 weeks or so I'll go get them cleaned up. So any grown out hairs here in this area, I go get that all cleaned up, and I make sure that they don't wax my brows too thin. So I'm just outlining the shape and extending out my tail just a little bit. Then I'm going to go back in lightly and just lightly fill in my brows and just follow the way it's brushed.
But please never ever drive distracted.
Wait until the ride is over or you've safely pulled over. The life you save could be your own. A public service of Motley and Associates.
And just maybe flick a little bit up. So it keeps that shape and it looks just a tad bit darker, but not too dark. I suggest for most people like this is a brown pencil, or you can even do like a darker brown, but I wouldn't suggest a black. For some people it just looks too dark and too unnatural. So now I'm just going to take my spoolie brush and kind of just brush that out ever so lightly, so it just stays looking natural and well defined. And there we have it. So it doesn't look like I drew in brows, but it looks like I kind of just filled it in ever so nicely, and then I just brush it ever so slightly just to fade out some of that pencil, and there we have it. So next I'm going to go in with the next product that like I said, I've been falling in love with this, OMG, and it's my Anastasia Dip Brow, the pomade in chocolate. And I'm going to take an angled brush and I'm going to go in with this ever so lightly because you do not need a lot of this. And I'm going to do the same method on the opposite side. So I'm going to brush all this up I'm gonna go in with that angle brush and begin to do the same thing on this side.
All new actress Tisha Campbell Martin, a daytime exclusive, surviving childhood abuse. Then power duo JC
And kind of just start with lining it out at the bottom. If you have to go in for a little bit more product, just be very light-handed with this product because a little bit goes a long way. And then we're going to go in the same at the top.
Last season, I met a woman who was set on proposing to her boyfriend.
And bring that down here on the sides. Now we're just going to take whatever product is in there
Is that her
and go up with it here in the brush.
about to pop the question, and they got engaged right here. Please welcome back Carly and Kevin. So, Carly, you didn't see that proposal coming, did you?
I did not, Steve. It was amazing, and I just feel like I'm a huge part of your show now, and I even get to see myself every day on it because I'm part of your video.
And there we have it, guys. So then last for that, I'm going to take my spoolie brush again and just ever so slightly
That's me, and that's her. So she's on TV every
brush this out. Now, my next trick to why my brows look the way they do,
We actually just got married.
and keep in mind, one of my arches is a little bit higher than the other, so you could just easily, if you have that problem, notice like this side is more rounded out and this side is more pointy.
You on our save the dates.
Just kind of just take the brush, take a little bit more of that lip brow,
It looked just like that.
That's it, just like that.
So, running around going, who the hell's the black guy?
and if necessary, bring
I mean, look, I ain't got a
and try to point the other side.
explanation of me. I'm just a dude.
But I kind of like my brows the way they are, so I never try to fix that too much. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take from MAC my NC42 concealer. And you might see a lot of YouTubers where they'll go in and they'll put it on top and the bottom. I just kind of go underneath with a slight hand and use that to kind of clean up underneath. So this is like if you make the mistake, concealer will cover that up too. And just lightly
I'm attorney John Foy. If you were
go in
to be entitled to
with that
your employer doesn't want you to
and then kind of just brush that out.
love to take, but they hate to give. Call me now. I'll fight to get you everything you deserve.
So not only will this kind of highlight underneath your brow, but it will clean up for the most part any mistakes you may have made or conceal some of those hairs if you have not had a chance to go get your brows either threaded or waxed. And if you do it yourself, just go ahead with the shaver and, you know, clean up those areas. I'm going to go ahead on the other side and do the same process all over. Just take that up into your highest point and bring it right back down with that angle brush. And then smooth it all out.
Your pain is our priority, so using chiropractors and medical doctors will get you feeling better. And then if you need an attorney, Arrowhead can help you find a great one. After so many years in business, we know a lot
And there we have it. So that's how I do my brows, guys.
on the road physically and financially. Arrowhead, where it pays to get well.
And I hope this helped some of you guys. Now, you can go above it with your concealer, but I don't like that halo look. I kind of already have that look anyway from when I get my wax, and it pretty much stays that way. But this gives my brows a nice definition. And if necessary, when I go to put my foundation on, I clean all up here. Just go around the brush with the foundation brush around my brows so that everything looks even. but this is it for the most part. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little brow tutorial. I'm going to get ready for my next tutorial and start beating his face. So I'll see you guys soon. Y'all know what to do. Stay fab, because you know your girl is too.